It's no secret that Chinese leader Xi Jinping has been behaving erratically in recent years, with incidents like him missing a key speech at the BRICS summit, or an incident at the same summit where he gets spooked by his translator being barred entry to a door behind him. He noticeably keeps looking at the door when meeting with other world leaders, or traveling to Hong Kong but not staying in the city overnight. Many commentators view Xi Jinping as having extreme concerns for his personal safety, fearing assassination attempts. There are a few prophecies from history that people close to Xi have leaked that Xi Jinping is actually very concerned about. These prophecies seem to predict Xi's demise, and one of them may even be playing out right now. Welcome, China Watchers. My name is Ben Hedges, and on this channel, we bring you in-depth news and insider info from China. If you like the sound of that, do subscribe to the show, but let's get into it. So there are a few prophecies that are causing Xi to lose sleep. The first one is from an ancient book called Tu, which has predicted the fall of every Chinese dynasty. In the final illustration in the book, it shows 4 black birds flying across a valley with one white bird crashing into a mountainside and dying a bloody death. Now, the character for Xi's surname is made up of the character for feathers on the top and then the character for white below it on the bottom, so white feathers, a white bird. The 4 black birds could symbolize the 4 previous Communist Party leaders, Mao Zedong, Deng Xiaoping, Jiang Zemin, and Hu Jintao, with Xi Jinping being the 5th, dying. The last of China's communist leaders. So that one sets the stage for Xi Jinping's fears in recent years. But next, I want to delve into the 46th prophecy in another book called Tu, which has recently ignited widespread discussion. Why has it become such a hot topic? Well, it's because this prophecy could predict Xi's end with much more detail, in a coup d'etat to be precise. Some even claim that this prophecy might soon come true, and one Chinese general even wrote an article claiming that he wasn't one of the people in the prophecy trying to kill Xi. So what exactly does this prophecy say, and how does it resonate with the current context of the 21st century? Let's explore this step by step. So, Tu is the most famous collection of Chinese prophecies. The title itself could mean to push backwards or far-reaching words. Some say that prophecy is simply a rumor that leads far ahead, which aptly describes this book. It has the highest fulfillment rate amongst Chinese prophecies and is considered China's version of Nostradamus. Tu was written by 2 Tang Dynasty masters, Li Chunfeng and Yuan Tiangang. It contains 60 prophecies, each structured with a hexagram, a cryptic verse, a poetic stanza, and an illustration. Let's start with the illustration for Prophecy 46. It depicts a warrior. The cryptic verse reads, 暗暗阴霾 杀不用刀 万人不死一人难逃 Dim shadows and dark mist, killing without blades. 10,000 will not die, 1 will not escape. The first 2 lines, dim shadows and dark mist, killing without blades, can be interpreted as the world shrouded in darkness, implying a nation under an oppressive atmosphere. Under such circumstances, killing occurs without direct confrontation, hinting at a bloodless coup or political turmoil. It could also symbolize a large-scale pandemic, which obviously kills people without weapons. The last 2 lines, 10,000 will not die, but 1 will not escape, suggest that while most people will survive, 1 person is doomed. Who is this individual? Well, the poetic stanza clarifies a warrior enters the palace through the back door. This hints that the one who is doomed is someone within the imperial palace. This line implies that a key leader or even an emperor-like figure will not escape this disaster. It's this implication that has struck fear into the hearts of rulers across generations, whilst exciting others. But who could this person be? Let's analyze it further. So let's actually examine the poetic stanza. 有一军人身带弓，只言我是白头翁。东边门里伏金箭，勇士后门如地宫。A soldier carries a bow, calling himself an old man. a golden sword hidden by the eastern gate. A warrior enters the palace through the back door. The first two lines, a soldier carries a bow, calling himself an old man, depict a military leader equipped with weapons and at an advanced age, self-identifying as a seasoned old man. This matches the illustration of the warrior. The last two lines, a golden sword hidden by the eastern gate, a warrior enters the palace through the back door, suggest that the guards or palace officials armed with weapons are stationed at the eastern gate ready for an ambush. Meanwhile, a warrior bypasses the heavily guarded eastern gate to sneak into the imperial palace through the back door. This seems to describe a carefully orchestrated military coup. The corresponding hexagram from the I Ching is the Huan hexagram, water below and wind above. It signifies adventure and successful outcomes, suggesting that bold actions will lead to success. Additionally, the imagery of wind moving over water implies movement and escape, hinting that the coup leader may successfully evade capture. Combining these elements, Prophecy 46 depicts a crisis hidden beneath a calm surface. It foreshadows the fate of a critical leader, suggesting that this emperor-like figure will lose power following a coup. So has this prophecy already come true in history? Well, since Tui Bei Tu was written during the Tang Dynasty's Zhengguan era, the events it predicts must post-date Emperor Taizong of Tang. Thus, coups before 627 AD are irrelevant. Let's now examine some other coups in Imperial China. First, we have the Shenlong Cou or Shenlong Zhengbian of 705 AD. The chief commander of that coup was Chancellor Zhang Jianzhi. In the Chinese cryptic verses, it is common to interpret meanings by analyzing and breaking down the characters. The phrase, a soldier carries a bow, 有一军人身带弓, does not necessarily mean that he literally carried a bow and arrow, but rather it could be referring to the character Jang, his surname, which contains the radical for bow or gong, this part on the left. Additionally, Zhang Jianzhi was quite old at the time, truly fitting the description of calling himself an old man, 白头翁. This aligns with the first line of the stanza, a soldier carries a bow, calling himself an old man. He overthrew Empress Wu Zetian by gaining control of the imperial guards, entered the palace through the Xuanwumen, which is the back gate. His forces met minimal resistance and quickly stormed the palace, executing the empress's favorite officials, the brothers Zhang Yizhi and Zhang Changzong. Wu Zetian was placed under house arrest, and 3 days later she abdicated the throne in favor of the crown prince Li Xian, restoring the Tang dynasty. Zhang Jianzhi's control over the left and right imperial guards aligns with the phrase, a golden sword hidden by the eastern gate. Furthermore, his troops entered through the Xuanwu Gate, which ancient Chinese positional mapping considers to be the back door of the palace, matching a warrior enters the palace through the back door. Thus, the Shenlong Cou perfectly corresponds with the poetic stanza of Prophecy 46. However, while the explanation appears flawless, the coup doesn't entirely align with the cryptic verse. The line, 10,000 will not die, one will not escape, doesn't fit, as 2 individuals, the Zhang brothers, were executed. Additionally, killing without blades does not apply, as the Zhang brothers were killed with swords. Therefore, while the Shenlong Cou resembles Prophecy 46 in many ways, it cannot be definitively considered the fulfillment of the prophecy. Throughout history, there have been several more coups that contain some elements of prophecy number 46, but none completely aligned, and that then brings us to 2024 with a consensus that the prophecy has not yet been fulfilled. Now, this year, this particular prophecy from Tui Bei Tu has frequently appeared on social media. Many Chinese netizens exchange cryptic phrases like secret codes. One person will say, 10,000 will not die, one will not escape, while another replies, a warrior enters the palace through the back door. This seemingly playful exchange reflects a subtle hope that this unfulfilled prophecy might finally come true in modern times. In July and August of 2024, Chinese Communist Party General Secretary Xi Jinping disappeared from public view for over 20 days. Online speculation ran wild. Could a warrior have entered the imperial palace? Finally, and this was actually happening. Was Tui Bei Tu working its magic again? However, netizens' guesses were soon dispelled. On August 19th, after 3 weeks of absence, Xi Jinping reappeared. meeting with Vietnamese Communist Party General Secretary To Lam. The two inspected troops together, and state media released photos of their meeting and discussions between Chinese and Vietnamese delegations. Despite disappointment among curious onlookers who hoped to see Xi's demise and a China free of the communist regime, some still hold out hope that Prophecy 46 will soon come true. They point to the current state of China's weak economy, soaring unemployment, and heavy societal tensions, contrasting that with official propaganda claiming stability and progress and a society brimming with optimism. By refusing to acknowledge the problems, there is no hope for solving them, only for silencing those who raise concerns. The oppressive atmosphere and lack of hope align closely with the cryptic verse, dim shadows and dark mist. Furthermore, the conditions seem to be ripe for someone to fulfill the rest of the prophecy. But who could that be? Well, many netizens have focused their attention on General Zhang Youxia, the vice chairman of the Central Military Commission. Zhang's surname is the same Jung as the one in the Tang Dynasty, and it includes that radical for bow. He was born in 1950 and is now 74 years old, fitting the description of a soldier carries a bow calling himself an old man. Moreover, as a high-ranking national leader and deputy to Xi, Zhang shares some parallels with Zhang Jianzhi, who led the Shenlong Cou in the Tang Dynasty. Actually, rumors got so intense that on August 9, 2024, he published an article in Qiu Shi, a party journal, titled Continuing to Deepen National Defense and Military Reform. In its opening paragraph, he reiterated slogans pledging loyalty to Xi Jinping. I, Zhang Youxia, am a loyal subject. I am not carrying a bow. I carry loyalty. But that was back in the summer. A lot's happened since then, and Zhang Youxia is the very general that we have reported on in multiple videos in recent weeks, appearing to have taken military power from Xi Jinping. There are multiple instances of strange behavior, like Jung visiting Vietnam and meeting with the new Vietnamese Prime Minister and conveying his own congratulations but not Xi Jinping's. There have then been many instances where Jung seems to have snubbed Xi Jinping, and there is nothing Xi can do about it. Jung may fit the description of carrying a bow, and also an old man, and he is a general, so he could also fit the description of a warrior in the prophecy. But Tuibeitu interpretations are numerous, so let's let our imagination run wild. The line, a golden sword hidden by the eastern gate, contains the characters for gold and gate. On the front line of the China-Taiwan standoff lies Jinmen County, where artillery bombardment raged from 1958 to 1979. In March 2024, Taiwan's Ministry of Defense confirmed the presence of US military personnel in Jinmen, tasked with training local troops. The phrase, a golden sword hidden by the gate, or Jinmen hides a sword, suggests concealed military conflict aligning with Jinmen's current security situation. Could Prophecy 46 be saying that while Xi Jinping focuses on Jinmen hides a sword, pursuing unification of Taiwan by force and worrying about US military assets in Jinmen, an internal coup might occur, leading to his downfall? While Xi is distracted by the Eastern Gate, or the Golden Gate, Jinmen, that warrior enters through the back door of the palace in Beijing. That invasion of Taiwan that could kill many people doesn't happen, but Xi and Xi alone, one person, gets taken out. 10,000 will not die, but one could not escape. Could this be the true meaning of Prophecy 46? I have no idea, guys, but like we've said, multiple sources from people close to Xi's family have claimed that he is obsessed with these prophecies and how to avoid them being fulfilled. But what do you think? Leave your comments below and be sure to subscribe for more China Insights.